also because this was 220 meters from the cells. So somebody else's phone, that was in the cells?
Yes.
Is that what you...
Yes, because the problem becomes when you try to put ready-made inferences by saying a particular person, because he was 220 meters away from this tower, you can now, through the data record, say it is exactly this person that was 220 meters away editing these pictures. You see the problem?
It's a fact that accused number 2 was incarcerated at Villarreal police station.
That's not disputed, Mr. Ramosepele. You also admitted that your client was inside the cells at Valeria.
Yes, I do.
So what's the problem? Now I argue the fact that it was not a cell or what, because the facts show that accused number 2 was arrested and incarcerated at Valeria, which is 150 or 200 meters away from that tower post. I mean, please. So, unless you say what your client was in Rustenburg or Phuket or wherever, Natal or wherever, but you yourself, you say your client was incarcerated in Valeria. And that pole is 200 meters, is it?
220 meters, my lord.
220 meters from the cells. So what are we getting at, please?
My lord, you see, what is good for the gander must also be good for the geese.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. The state cannot, in one instance, they say, no, only the device was here, but the person may have been somewhere else.
Yes, they can't say that. But in this case, according to you, your client was in Valeria.
Yes.
According to you.
Yes.
That's it. So what are we arguing about?
My lord, perhaps, you see, my lord, at times, and I have to join Mr. Mgomezuli's sentiment, I'm not that kind of a person. My lord has got a tendency to be impatient.
I'm not impatient.
I'm sorry, I had to put in, my lord.
Look, if I'm wrong,
yes.
I admit, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But you yourself, you said your client was at Valeria. And said, unless you say he was not there, fine. Then I withdraw everything.
Because the other evidence that we need to hear, and that's been the trend, we need to hear it from the clients. Instead of the court saying, didn't you say so? Because this one I say yes, because the court is validating that answer for the witness.
No, I'm not. I'm just quoting the evidence, as you have admitted.
We are part of this evidence, my lord. We read the same evidence, we hear the same evidence that his lordship is hearing. My lord, it's 1 o'clock, may we take a longer agenda?
And this witness, he can't know where your client was. He can only testify about the device. But me, having listened to you putting the assertions, you said your client was at Valeria. And when Mokano says he got the phone at Valeria, you said to your client, he is not telling the truth. That's all.
That's not what this is.
So allow me exfoliated for quoting the evidence.
No, let's take the long agenda.
And that's where we left off on part 2, where Ramosepele suddenly surprised us. Okay, he was cruising. His plane was cruising at the right altitude, and he came down for Ratha and he told him, listen, my lord, I'm not the kind of person, this is not my character, I'm speaking out of pocket here, but I need you to understand, you do this all the time. You always talk on behalf of the witness and you always validate, and Ratha goes, you have got to be kidding me. Who do you think you are? There is no way that I would ever do that, because all I do is simply quote the evidence, and you yourself, Ramasepele, you said your client was in Valeria. So what do you want from me? You know? And you know what? Rama could not handle the heat, because he's not that kind of person. It was too hot for him in the kitchen. The water was boiling. So he said, you know what? Let's go for lunch. He ran away and he said, let's go for lunch. You know what? Let's regroup. Let's talk after lunch. So guess what happened after lunch? This is where we're at now. So now Ramosepele is back. It's after lunch, remember? The plane is cruising at fine altitude. There was a bit of a turbulence there between Ramosepele and Ratha's exchange. So now they've passed the turbulence. They've gone for lunch. Now let's watch what happens after lunch. My question to you is, do you think that Rama will apologize to the court after lunch, or will he remain heated? Was it a good time to take a break, or should he have continued? Let me know in the comment section down below. But let's go to the final part. This is the final part, guys. Okay, this is the finale. Ramosepele is wrapping it up. Let's go.
This is my note. I mean, that's it. Can we resume? Yes. I'm going to request you to go to the section 205 call data records for accused number 2.
Yes, what date, my lord?
And then specifically, let's go to December 2020. The tower throughout December, you see it pings Queenswood, 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 but there's a stage where for about some days it pings Palmer Flats. Have you seen that?
Just check quickly, where, what date?
In December, it's a stretch of about
my lord, can I get a copy of the exhibit, maybe?
Yeah.
18 December, my lord.
From
18 December, page 81.
So I literally didn't edit this part out. I wanted to see for yourself so that when I get to my final assessment of Ramosepele's cross-examination, that you remember this part. You see, I'm just still trying to talk and they're just still flipping pages. You can already guess how I feel right now. I am so confused. So they went for lunch on a high. Okay, and then they come back and boom, nobody knows what's going on.
You see this, that stretch, if you can read it where it starts being at Palmer Flats, the date and the time until it leaves Palmer Flats cell tower.
It started in the Palmer Flats, 3G Palmer Flats, NGA, 18 December 2020, 17:39:50, and it stays in the Palmer Flats area till 20 December 2049:39 at 20 December 2020 at 20:49:39. That on page 18th line from the top on page 81.
Okay, and I'm being told by my Leonard colleague, all thanks to them. Again, if you go to page 70. No, that's fine. Sorry, it's my misunderstanding. It's fine. Leave page 70 alone. Now you see, Colonel, with our denial that the phone was in the possession of accused number 2 at the time, per your analogy, 3G Queenswood is 220 meters from Valeria SAPS, correct?
That's correct.
And if you know where this Palmer Flats cell tower is, do you know that?
No, my lord.
When you received the 2 SMSs, I mean, sorry, the 2 SIM cards and an SD card, the device itself, which is the cell phone, was not analyzed because it was password locked or pattern code locked. Is that correct?
That's correct. The device itself was not yet. That's correct, my lord.
Now, where is the analysis for this number with those contacts? Where is the analysis for section for 072-505-7056? Because what we had before court here, in contrast to your initial evidence, we've got 060-901-66890 with the contacts.
That's correct, my lord. I didn't receive a section 205 for the other number.
Now, these contacts, the ones that, because obviously it will be the subscriber calling other persons. These persons that you have as Annexure 3, in your Annexure to Exhibit DD5. Annexure 3, it's this contact list in page 6, 7, 8, 9. Where do they come from?
Is that the numbers?
Yes, these contact numbers. Where did you get them from? From the 060 number or the 072 number?
From the 07, just check here. Just want to get the right question here. The context was on the SIM card of 2725057056 model.
And the second number that was inserted there in, and it's an MTN number. It's 065 657 7733.
So Ramosepele at this point has given a wrong phone number to the court. And then, of course, Bongani Ntanzi, who has attention to detail, says, no, that is not correct. Can you come over? Now, Ramosepele has gone to Bongani Ntanzi to go correct the number. For me, I am disappointed with that. It's the bare minimum. Like, how is he getting phone numbers wrong? Because this was actually a very good point. But because it was given wrong, he lost his momentum with that, had to go get that straight. So, in my opinion, Ramosepele's attention to detail is at level dollar, okay, dollar, like, and then he comes back. Let's see what happens. Someone tell me, what is the function of the woman behind him? I feel like maybe I'm missing something. Nisi and Ngumalo don't have an assistant in court, or Mshololo. Ramosepele has, but he has the most mistakes. Oh.
The number, sorry, correct that one. It's 065 567 7733, and he states that both SIM cards had contact lists in them, and both also had the WhatsApp inserted on them, because he used that for communication as well. Now we will see that both are at the Impala cell tower.
Just check the thing. 0655, it was in Impala, Platinum 3, NGA3, that's correct, my lord. Number 27609016890, and then on the other number 27762648460, it was also in the Platinum area at 065401 on 2020 0616. The 3G Platinum, Impala Platinum NGA3.
Now if we go to the date of the 17th of June in respect of both again, the 060 901 6890 and 07626488640. It's in 3G Hawaii Street SGS. Would you know where that cell tower is?
No, my lord.
Okay. And on the same day, on the 17th, on the second entry, it reflects that the device registered on 3G Old Apostolic Church, SGS. You see that?
That's correct, my lord.
And then the fourth entry, it registers on 3G Foslora Square, SGS.
That's correct, my lord.
And the last two entries, 3G Ben Skuman, Benfeldwin Street, NGA, and 3G Pretoria North, NGA. The AVL expert, Mr. Duprier, showed us that Benfeldwin Street is a street leading to Pretoria North Police Station, and then obviously the tower then reflects 3G Pretoria North tower. Now you will see that the point that I'm really making, that if the two numbers are attributed to accused number 2, they ping the same thing, cell tower on the 16th, and then they share the commonality of 3G Pretoria North on the last entry in the call records of 2648640 number.
Yes.
And in relation to what I've already put as a background, on that day, accused number 1 was never, accused number 2 could not have been all those places, Old Apostolic Church, Fosloras, SG, Hawaii, and Benfeldwin. Obviously it's nearer to Pretoria North, so the expert on towers from the service provider will tell us further regarding that.
That's correct, man.
Okay. The other aspect, I've already read that in records. It pertains the pictures referred to in your exhibit DD in brackets 5, DD5 in brackets B. If we can go to now the relevant pages, starting with page 13. Let's look at the metadata of that phone. Your testimony, and it's borne out by the metadata on the screen, that the phone was, you only testified about 2 features, that it was accessed on the 4th of January 2021, and the time is stated thereon, and it was modified also on the 4th of January 2021 with the stipulated time. Recall that?
That's correct.
Now, with regard to photos, what is, because I see that it says EXIF, which is EXIF, and then light source 0. With respect to photographs taken via digital cameras, what does that EXIF stand for?
I haven't got a clue, man.
Okay. Now, let's go to the only 3 categories that I'm keen on, since you don't know what EXIF is. The creation date as well shows that it's the 4th of January, so it's similar to the modified and the access. So it's 4th of January 2021 as well. Do you see that?
That's correct, Malo.
So my question will be, and let's go one by one through this exercise. When you say it was created on the 4th of January 2020 at 15:43:07, what do you mean by creation?
Okay, so one of these photos was taken on 2020-11-20.
Yes.
InShot is a program that is on your device. It's a program that you can download. So InShot, and this photo, this is not one photo, this is 2 photos that's combined on the program using InShot. So these 2 photos combined was created on 2021-01-04 at 15:43:07.
Instructions on this aspect.
Listen, Ratha is upset. Okay, he hasn't said a word since they came back from lunch. As a matter of fact, he keeps holding his lips. All he's doing is nodding. Anytime Ramosepele addresses him directly, he nods and says nothing. Let me know in the comment section if you see that too.
To match or create 2 photos.
That's correct, Madam.
Okay. I'm going to go through picture by picture. I'm just going to summarize them as you've written them in paragraph 7.3.1 in respect for this paragraph, that accused will tell the court that the photos depicted on pages 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 21, which were, according to the data, created, accessed, and edited on the 4th of January 2021, were not done by him because he did not have this device on him at the time.
I really don't know what's going on at the state case. Now Holst is saying that, listen, on the cell phones, he was able to see that there were photos, and 2 of those photos were edited in InShot. And for some reason, it made me think of Thabo Bester in his jail cell. As you can see, he's dancing, okay? He's living his best life. Clearly, he's giving the illusion to the world that he's not there, and, you know, just absolutely dancing. Where's the trace of Bongani Ntanzi and what he did with his phone? I mean, look at Thabo Bester. He was taking pictures of himself. This story is not adding up. For me, it is strange. So Bongani Ntanzi had a phone and did what with it? You know what? I would believe their story if they could tell us what he did with it. Not picture editing. That doesn't make any sense. Who did he speak to on this phone? Who are those people? Call them in to testify. Yes, I spoke to Bongani Ntanzi. These are the dates that I spoke to him. And then, you know, we can get this thing rolling.
Can't comment. I'm just going on the data that is in front of me, my lord.
And similarly with the screenshot in terms of paragraph 7.32 and the newspaper article in paragraph 7.3.3, accused number 1 will deny that he's the one that accessed, modified, and created those images.
Thank you, my lord.
So sorry, my lord, I keep on saying accused number 1 at times there. I refer to accused number 2. So I'm confusing the record a bit. My lord, may I confer with my... If I may give it a minute. Sorry, my lord, I'm just looking for one piece of... now, Colonel, and with respect to you, I just want to put the following. Accused number 1, when we look at the tracking of the the tracking of the phone, if you go to the 205 in respect of the call data records for this one, if we look at the dates of the transactions beginning, let's start at the beginning so that I see exactly what I'm talking about right at the top. On which date does it start? From the 16th of June 2020 when he was arrested, when he was arrested until, if we go to right until the end of December 2020, and we can, if we've got the time to do so, go date by date from the 16th of June 2020 until the 30th of December. That phone has forever been on. It's never been off.
Yes, from the 20th of June till the 26th of June, the phone was off.
Yes, what I'm saying is this. For those intermittent periods where there'll be a change of date, where it's switched off maybe overnight and tomorrow it goes on, that he's never had that phone on him. Right from the 16th of June until to the date when Mabena says, Sergeant Mohani says it was found on accused number 2.
I don't understand the question, my lord.
Sorry, my lord. Sorry, perhaps if you go to the date of the 18th, where the tower is located as Verwoerd,
18th
of June 2020.
June 20. Yes.
Just by way of example, to demonstrate that, and it is my instructions to put this on record, that on the 18th, for background purposes, I've already put it to you, but I'm refreshing you. This is the time when the car now is in the Alberton area at Engine in Mali Street, when the Mohani stated that the car was stuck because of mechanical problems. You'll see that there are about 8 or 9 attempted calls to be made.
No, it was SMS's, my lord.
No, beneath that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, is it the 19th? Sorry?
The 19th, yes.
Oh, is it the 19th?
Yes.
No, I'm confusing myself. Yes, at the time those messages were received,
Yes.
They were together with the police in the car, which is Mohane and the late Mabena, and that he was in the car handcuffed at the back, so he could not have received his SMSs because the police were going to see that he's got a phone in his possession.
Can't comment. He received the SMSs. I don't know if he read it on that stage, so I don't know, my lord.
That's the court basis, my lord. Those are the questions I have for the witness.
Notice until this point, the judge hasn't said a word to Ramosepele since lunch break.
It's 15:03, my lord. You want to start now or tomorrow?
I think in the justice witness, I think he's already tired. I'm not him, but naturally he should be tired. He's also a human being.
Okay, so you can do tomorrow.
It's not available tomorrow. We'll have to adjourn his evidence to Monday. We'll try and get another witness for tomorrow.
Okay, that is in order. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Manda. Dit is de dag tot maandag. Why is my Mama?
No, I can see that he's tired. He's tired.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, he's exhausted.
Okay. Thanks. Then?
Wow, I really don't think I have ever seen Ratha as quiet as a church mouse. In my opinion, Ramosepele's plane, it was going well. Then they went for lunch. After lunch, he's still mentally going through the fact of, oh my God, I cannot believe I yelled at the judge. I can't believe the things that I said to him. So his mind is still stuck in that. So it's his mind is not approving of that behavior. So because of that, he's confused. He's all over the place. He's consistently searching for papers, searching for words. And you know what? House is enjoying this. He's like, this is an easy one. This is an easy day. And half the questions, House is like, I don't know. Okay, no comment. I can't comment on that. But this is why I say that, his plane was going really, really well. And then suddenly he just stopped in his tracks. He was on to something. So he says, on the 18th of June, 2020, when the car was stuck because of engine problems, they were together in the car with the police, and the phone is making calls, receiving text messages. Wangani Ntanzi is surrounded by police and he's handcuffed. But that phone is so active, okay? It is so active. It is incredible. I do not know what the states wants us to do with this. In my opinion, Ramosepele failed his client here. He failed his client. He could have had a smooth landing, but it was chaos. It was chaos. And, I'm disappointed in him. So what happened is now they couldn't continue because it was obviously end of day. And Ramosepele just ended the day, just mid-sentence. He just ended it mid-sentence because he could not carry forward a chain of thought. That's it. His assistant tried to explain to him something 3-4 times. He still couldn't get it because his mind was focused on, the judge hasn't said a word to me. Oh my God, I am in trouble. When your mother doesn't talk to you and then you did something, but she's not saying anything and you don't know when is she coming for me, and she's just quiet all day, but it's coming. That's the status Ramosepele was in, and he was struggling with that. Because if you remember, he said, this is not my typical behavior, but I must concur with what Ngomezulu says about you. Why are you interrupting me? Learn to be patient. Yada, 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 yada. And Judge Ratha comes back from lunch and he says, you want patience? I will show you patience. I will never speak to you again. Absolute chaos. But that's it from us today, Mzansi. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've made it this far, you know how we roll. Please make sure you drop an emoji in the comment section because what? I enjoy saying hello and seeing that you have watched the video. So make sure you drop a soccer ball in the comment section, because, you know, people get confused. Why is there a soccer ball? She didn't say anything about soccer, but we all know this is all about justice for Senzo Meyiwa. And, you know, I want to keep that memory alive. I want to keep that alive, because in court sometimes we're so confused. What are we doing? What are they doing? Where are they going? When are they going? Okay. And, you know, that's it from me. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, I know that 85% of you are watching this video and you're not subscribed. Please check and subscribe. You know what? We're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Amazing. Thank you so much.